guys, today we are talking about delicious party precure, and I will be talking about this series from 4 perspectives. One is my opinions, the second one is the controversy from the fandoms, and thirdly is the comparison between the tropical world precure and delicious party precure. And finally, it is my theories, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that the video is released before the first episode of Delicious Party Precure is released. So I hope you are ready, and let's enjoy. Let's talk about the thing that I love the most about this Delicious Party Precure, which is the keyword design. Oh man, there are so much going on in that design. There are so many details. There's a heart on keyword Yum Yum's design, and there's pink and yellow dots on keyword Spicy's design, which represents keyword Precious and keyword Yum Yum. And there are ribbons on each keyword's design. Keyword Precious and Spicy have 2 blue ribbons and 2 pink ribbons, and the 2 blue ribbons are at the top while the 2 pink ribbons are at the bottom for keyword Precious. And while there are 2 pink ribbons at the top while the 2 blue ribbons at the bottom for keyword Spicy, which is a little bit different from keyword Precious, and I really love the details. And for keyword Yum Yum, it is different than the 2 keywords because she has 2 pink ribbons and 2 purple ribbons instead of blue ribbons. But I really love how 3 of them have 2 pink ribbons because it represents the keyword Precious. For precure, their design is simple. I mean, all the keyword design is good and they still look fabulous when wearing a simple outfit, but Delicious Party Precure's design is both detailed and amazing, and you have to feel that design more often to get every single details. Like, when I first looked at it, I feel like I did not really notice anything. I just noticed that there's a heart on keyword Yum Yum skirts, but when I look at it the second time, I feel a lot of things. So you have to feel that designs more often to get every single details. And I love how Precure is making the design more detailed now. And I even made a video about talking about ranking the 3D Delicious Party Precures in terms of the design. I made that video because the design is just too good. And the civilian form of Delicious Party Precure is not bad too. I mean, Yuri's aka keyword Precious design is fine and nothing special about it, but Kokomo aka keyword Spicy has short hair, and because short hair usually represents cool girls, so I really like the short hair like that. But I think I love keyword Yum Yum's design the most because she has those 2 rolls sticking out and it's so cute. It's like that she is wearing some 2 donuts. The characters sound great too. Even though there's no one that is very interesting, I love how the biography of each character is complementary with each other. For example, keyword Precious is an energetic girl, while keyword Spicy does not speak much. And while keyword Spicy and keyword Precious are the only children, keyword Yum Yum has a little sister and little brother. And when it comes to a team, you will need to have different people with different personalities and different backgrounds so that you can learn from each other and then close your gap. Even though none of these keywords are very interesting, I am liking how the official made them so differently from each other. Well, I'm not a big fan of fairies in Precure, but I had to admit these fairies look cool when they transform with the keywords. They all have forms that are food related. Comcom is keyword Precious' fairy partner and is a female white fox. And when she transforms with Yuri, she will enter rice ball form. And I don't think the rice is rice though. It is kind of like pinkish rice, but it is very cute and it definitely matches the cuteness of Kira Precious, which I love. I love the design of Kira Precious and I also love the design of Kum Kum. Pam Pam is a female brown dog and is Kira Spicy's partner, and when she combines forces with Cocoa, she enters the sandwich form. And I love how the sandwich bread is brown instead of white because firstly it matches the dog, and then secondly brown sandwich bread is healthy and not the whitish bread we see every day at the bakery. But I wish the sandwich form isn't like a ball. I know that if it's a triangle it would be strange, but it does not look like a sandwich. Those vegetables and tomatoes are not obvious, and I thought it was a dough of the bread instead of a sandwich bread. And I don't think it matches Kira Spicy at all because Kira Spicy is blue while the fairy is brown. Yeah, so I don't really love that character, that fairy that much in terms of design. But Mem is quite cool though because it's a male dragon, and I don't think we see a dragon in Precure, right? Okay, Mem is Kira Yum Yum's partner, and when he combines force with Ran, he enters the bowl form. Well, the bowl looks nice, but I wish that is food instead of food-related object. Overall, I think it is creative to add something food related to the fairies instead of just making them like an animal, like a simple animal like other seasons. And I think my favorite fairy is Kum Kum in terms of designing because just too cool and the design is very creative. Well, I've thought about what I like about this season. The design is fantastic even on the fairies. However, there are something that annoys me. Delicious Party Precure has the best design in all Precure series. But there is just something that Delicious Party Precure did the worst in the franchise. The cure names. Why can't the cures be named food related? Only Kira Spicy has the name that is related with food. I mean, you guys can say that Kira Precious is related to food because food is precious, but there's a lot of things that are precious too. I can say flowers are precious, music is precious, happiness is precious. Everything can be precious, not just food. I mean, Kira Precious does not have the worst name because precious and food is kind of related, but the yellow Kira Yum Yum has the bad name. I don't like the name. I don't know why Chloe needs to repeat the word yum twice. I mean, you name her Kira Yum Yum. I mean, I know that some people will say that they say yum yum when something is yummy, and some people might think that the name Kira Yum Yum sounds cute because when the word is repeated, they think it's cute. But I don't think so. I think it's a symbol of laziness, and I just think that Toei can't think of a nice name for the yellow Kira. I mean, you can name her Kira Yummy, but why Kira Yum Yum? I don't understand. And if you have Kira Spicy, you can have Kira Sweet, Kira Sour, Kira Salty, or Kira Bitter. Why do you have to choose Kira Precious and Kira Yum Yum for the names? And I mean for Kira Kira Precure, the Kiras are named with dessert related. And why can't you do the same thing with Delicious Party Precure? Just why? I don't really love the logo design of Delicious Party Precure. I don't know why they need to put a huge pink heart behind the Japanese word. This season isn't really so heart and love related. Instead, it should be food related, right? Even hard cash which has the word heart in it does not have that huge heart behind the Japanese word. Then why do you need to put the big heart behind the Japanese word in delicious party precure? That does not make sense. And this ribbon is not necessary because it is not food related too. And oh, there are 2 cups there. I just noticed it. Wow, that's finally something that is food related. But why is it that tiny while something that is not food related like the ribbon and the pink hearts that huge? And why do you put a heart between the word party and precure? And I think that spoon over there looks like a table tennis racket instead of a spoon. Side characters include supporting characters and the villains. Do you think that Rosemary guy is weird? First, his name is combined with 2 girl names Rose and Mary. Second of all, he has pink hair and his eyes look like women's. Why does Toei need to make a male character like a girl? And thirdly, he's creepy. Please don't look at me like that. I hate when the male character look at me like that. It's so creepy and I will vomit right now when I see that face again. And for villains, I guess the design is fine, but I don't know why they need to put an eye mask on. What, pretend to be Twilight or Julio? I have expressed my opinions on this season, and let's see what the fandoms have to say about this season. Do you realize that I did not mention about the film and the title name of the new precure in my opinion session? Yes, it is because I put it in the controversy. The theme of the precure is creating controversy. The theme is food, but we have already had a season that's about food. What's the point of Killer Killer Precure if you create delicious party precure? You just ignored Killer Killer Precure's existence. When my friend predicted that next season will be something about parties because of the balloons in the Tropical World Precure second ending, I was like, no way! There's no way that the next season will be about parties. But in reality, the next season is really about parties and food. So we might get another Killer Killer Precure related season. But I think that this season will be talking about general food, not just about desserts. It can be about breads, vegetables, meat, a lot of things, general food. But Killer Killer Precure just talks about desserts. So this season will be similar to Killer Killer Precure, but there are some differences. I don't think this is a big deal. Some fandom says that this pose of Killer Precious is similar to this pose of Killer Cosmo. I mean, for me, it is not a big deal because I always find the pose of the Killer similar. And for me, I think the Killer Cosmos attack and the Killers from Delicious Party's Precure attack is more similar because they both use that spinning tool. It sounds to me that there are less controversies this year than last year. But is it better this year in terms of the fandom's interest? When the title name of Delicious Party Pickle released, people are saying how it is familiar with Killer Killer Pickle, not how hyped they are. And after the Killers and the official trailer release, people are just hyped for a few days. I mean, they thought about the characters and they make some ideas for them, but after the few days, no one talks about them, which is completely different from Tropical World Precure when the Killers and the trailer released, where people are very hyped, talking about theories about Laura, the design about how cute Killer Coral is, and the energy of Killer Summer and the voice actresses. Why is there such big difference? I think there are some reasons. When people receive that the title name is Delicious Party Precure and it's about food, people are saying how close it is to Killer Killer Precure. It's about food again, so why do I have to get hyped? I mean, I watched Killer Killer Precure already, and why do I have to watch this episode if it's about food again? However, in Tropical Rouge Precure case, no Precure series are close to that film, so people are more hyped about Tropical Rouge Precure than Delicious Party Precure. Second of all, some people dislike Tropical Rouge Precure because it is a huge party. When they watch like episode 20 to 30, it is like a huge party and no character development except for Laura. And so they get repelled when they see the word party in the title name. So people are getting less hype. For Tropical Rouge Precure, the cure design is announced first, and it had been a long while since the civilian form of Tropical Rouge Precure was released. So we have time to theorize how the cures look like in civilian form. I remember after the cure design is announced, people say that cure papaya looks like cure pine. And of course, after the civilian form is released, no one says that. If the cure design and the civilian form design were revealed at the same time, no one will get hyped to know that about cure papaya's civilian form and other cures. So people get less hyped about Delicious Party Precure because the release timing is wrong. It's not like Tropical Rouge Precure. Toei announced the cure design and both the cure design and the civilian form at the same time. I know it is because it was getting late, so Toei decided to reveal them all at once, but people just get less hyped. Tropical Rouge Prequest trailers are a buzz. They catch fans' attention, and a lot of them are waiting for the new series to be released because the trailers are so funny, especially how Laura popped out of the trailers. It is hilarious. Unfortunately for Delicious Party Precure, it is bland, but I guess it's fine. I mean, the biography of Kira Precious says that she is energetic, but she is not as funny as Kira Summer. And it seems like the villains and the monsters do not sound interesting. And there are 2 Tropical Rouge Precure trailers, but there is only 1 Delicious Party Precure trailer? Really? When fans see Laura, people are discussing her. There are lots of theories about her becoming a killer and how she will have the team. But in Delicious Party Precure, there is that Rosemary guy whom no one will talk about. And of course there is Kira Precious' childhood friend, but he's not really that noticed by fans. So no one cares about the side characters in Delicious Party Precure, which is very different from Tropical Rouge Precure. Even though the fans are not really that excited for the new Delicious Party Precure, I'm still hyped because I love a lot of things about this Precure already, and I'm so excited to see how this Precure is going to be. So here are some of my theories, and let's go. When we saw Laura the first time, we guessed that Laura would be the Sixth Ranger. I mean, it is obvious. But for Delicious Party Precure, we can't guess who is the Sixth Ranger. I think the Sixth Ranger is either the villain or someone that we do not know of. But I guess the Sixth Ranger of the season is a villain for now because they dress up like Twilight, and I think it has been a while since the villains became a killer. We know that the theme of the season is food, but we do not know what this season is about. I think this season is about tasting and experimenting foods like a scientist. And I don't think it would be about making food because it would be too similar to Kira Precure mode. What do you think? I'm not talking about Rosemary. I'm talking about Kira's precious childhood friend. He is not definitely not a killer because he is a male, but I think that he will know that Yuri is a killer and help the killers. I mean, people love side characters like this, so I'm not surprised when I see him knowing the killer's identity and help the killers. I don't think these food fairies will appear often, like this protein fairy and this ramen fairy. I don't think they will appear in the show often. I hope one of these villains are disguised as the killer's classmates and friends because I absolutely love those. And I hope that the villain in the poster there is actually Yuri's childhood friend. I mean, that would be so crazy if he is actually Yuri's childhood friend. I know that when this video comes out, the first episode of Delicious Party Playground will be released, so let's be hyped!